Good afternoon. My name is Doug Line, and I manage the OTEC ServiceNow Development Group. And I just wanted to take a few moments to show you the forms on the new San Diego release. So where we are right here, we're on our existing production instance. And I just want to go here to incidents real quick and just kind of remind you of where everything is. This should all look fairly familiar to all of you. And then I'm going to pop over here and I'm going to go to an incident in the context of the new UI. Um, what you're looking at here is the new form view again of an incident. Um, we have not modified any of the fields or anything up here. So, your number's still up here, company, the caller, categories, subcategories, business services. Um, all of all of that information is still there. All of the functionality is still there. There are some of you, I believe OSC, there are a couple other fields that will show up for you around projects, and I forget what the other field is. Um, all of the interplay between category, subcategory, business service, assignment group, assigned to, all of those relationships still exist and still work the same way. And just to remind you, if I get rid of this, if I change the sysadmin group, you'll note when I change the business service, it automatically changed the assignment group. So all of that same kind of functionality still works. And now that the OHT systems administration group is identified in the assignment group, the only people that are available to be put into that assigned to is members of that group. So if I had Matt Soder down here, I got rid of this. Now the relationship, the only assignment groups you're going to see up here are assignment groups that Matt Soder is basically a part of. So all of that same functionality still exists. I did want to real quickly, I'm not going to go into real deep on this, but one of the new things in the interface that you'll note is this related search results. This is part of ServiceNow's new functionality called contextual search. And basically, what ServiceNow is doing, based upon the ServiceNow knowledge articles that are available to you right now, it's looking into the knowledge articles to see, is there a situation that you might be able to utilize to assist this end user. So these are all links to knowledge base articles. And like, if you're like, that looks like it might be useful, but I'm not sure. If you click on that, what it does, it opens that document up so that you can take a look at it. Yeah, this is going to help. So if you want, you go ahead and click on attach to incident. The other thing I'm also going to ask you to do, if hopefully when you start to utilize this functionality, is if this helped, click on this helped. And if you're going to attach it so the end users can see this, click on attach to incident. And now if I click on this again, it'll shrink that up. And you can see that what ServiceNow does, it adds that code into an additional comment. So what you can do is come up here and say, see, who was this? Emily. And, anytime you can do a real quick, spell check. And you can spell your name right. So I'm just going to post that so that you can get an idea of, hey, what's this going to look like when it goes out to the end user? So now the end user has this link to this knowledge article that hopefully will help them help you help them. There was a lot of hims and thems and theirs. Sorry about that. So back to the actual incident form itself. So all of this stuff still works the same. You've got additional comments. Remember, additional comments go out to the assigned to. In this case, it goes out to anybody in the watch list, anybody that would have been in the ITIL watch list, and the caller. If we click this little item here, that will basically collapse both your additional comments and your work notes. If you click that again, it'll separate them. Work notes still have this little like yellow bar on them to indicate, hey, this is an internal conversation. The end user, Emily Flynn, and anyone on the watch list will never see anything that you put in the work note. Okay. The only people that will see the work note is anybody that you might have added, or anybody in the ITIL watch list, or the assigned to. Or if you didn't have anyone in the assigned to, it would go out to everyone who's a member of this group, right? So again, just a real quick, a reminder, the difference between additional comments and work notes, when to use them, when it's appropriate or not. The events are still in here. The oldest event, when it came in, is at the very bottom. All the way to the most recent activity is up top. So again, that's just, how to read the activity. Up here, you've got your task SLAs, if there's anything that is appropriate, the reminders, catalog tasks that might be associated, or requests that might be associated to this. Back up top, again, here are your related records. If there was 15 different items that all came in that were dealing with the same thing, you're probably going to want to make the original item that came in as the parent, so that you can then update just the one record, and then everyone else on down the line gets updated as far as what was going on. If this particular incident would have come in as the result of an end user or somebody using a service catalog item, that information would be here in the variables tab. And then attachments. This is just another area to take a look at all of the attachments that have come in through that tab. So I'll go back to the notes section here again, adding watch lists, things like that. Remember, this first area up here is to add end users who are part of your organization. This area down here is where you can add email addresses of people outside of ServiceNow that you want them to see or be aware of what's going on with this record. ITIL watch list, these work exactly the same. If I go further on down, remember, if things start to get like too crazy in here and you don't want to see all the email replies back and forth like this, you can click on this filter and you can say, hey, you know what? I really don't need to see um, some of these notifications. So you can also identify or filter out things that you don't want to see in this list. I think that's real quick, just a real quick overview of the forms and how they've changed and things like that. Over here, you still got the ability to email items. You can toggle the template bar. Remember, the template bar is this area down here underneath where if you want, you can select a template and it'll pre-populate, whatever fields you have put together for that particular template that you want to add in here. I know that there are some places, OSC, and I think some of the folks within OTech SI have put together different templates for like closing out a particular kind. If there's something that they do a lot over and over and over again, they've created templates with just the information that they want put in specific fields to kind of make sure that the product that they're delivering is consistent and that sort of thing. So um, I think that's all I've got as far as the forms go. I hope that this has been useful to you, and I hope you have a good afternoon. Have a good day.